What is the twist in part 2?
The twist in part 2 is that we somehow come to the idea, hey, let's extrapolate one step in the other direction.
Hello guys, this is Advent of Code day 9. My guest today is Achim. Hello Achim.
Hello Thomas, hello world.
So Achim, please explain us the puzzle for today.
For today, we get some data from an oasis and sand instability sensor. It collects some kind of environmental data, and for the first part, our job is to extrapolate a value for each of these data rows. And for that, we have to take a data row, take the differences again until they are 0, and then we can calculate extrapolated values. And for this example, we have to return the B.
This sounds a little bit hard.
It's not that hard. And we do that with all data rows that we are provided with, and sum those results up. So.
Okay. Anything else to know for part 1? Do I need more?
That's more or less it.
Okay, then please show us the code.
So, for the code, the part 1 method is very short. Just call a method called extrapolate, which extrapolates that single point of data. Sum all those extrapolated points of data up into a sum. But how to get the extrapolation? Well, we take the line, split it up, parse it this day into longs for cautious regions, and then we have this row. I treat that as the lowest row that I'm currently processing on.
Yeah.
And in my loop, I create a new row, which is then considered to be below that. And the values in that row are the differences from the row above. So each row has one value less. That's why my execution condition demands that I have at least 2 values in that lowest row. And the other don't really need it, but I put it in anyway, is as long as I have a value different than zero in that, I continue.
Okay, got it.
When it's completely 0, I can stop. Comparing this, it's probably as much computing power as calculating down until I have a row that has only 2 members. So it's not that important, not that relevant, but I did it anyhow.
Okay.
So, and when I have calculated that row, I place that as my new lowest. But how do I calculate the extrapolation? Well, when entering the loop, I go into the lowest row, take the last value, and add it up into my extrapolation.
Okay.
Because it's addition, so it's completely irrelevant if I do it from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Something else for part number 1, part A?
No, that's it.
That's it. Okay. Then let's explain part 2. What is the twist in part 2?
The twist in part 2 is that we somehow come to the idea, hey, let's extrapolate one step in the other direction.
Okay.
So we need to add one row of data in front of all that stuff that we have. One column of data. For that, my part 2 method looks almost the same, except this method has a different name because it goes backwards. And I wasn't really sure if this kind of extrapolation would work down here.
Yeah.
So I came up with a different idea. I have a list with the respective first value from each row that I look into. And while going through here, instead of adding up the extrapolation, I add them into that list. And when I have done that, I initialize my extrapolation with 0. And then I go backwards through this list, take each value and subtract the partial extrapolation.
And that's all.
Probably I could have done that with an addition. I'm not really sure, but it works.
Okay, nice. How long do you need? Also, how much time do you need for part 1 and part 2?
I think I was somewhat quick. Wait, that's the wrong one. Leaderboard, personal times. Part 1, 14 minutes. Yes, that's there are guys that are way faster.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
part
always
2,
guys
20
which are
minutes.
faster.
I lost some ranks there, but
Nice. Then my last question, Achim, what was the hardest challenge this time?
Bringing part 2 together.
Okay.
Because the idea, hey, I'm going the other way, I get negative numbers. What do I do now?
Okay. Something else from your side?
No, that's it.
Then big thank you to you, Achim. Wish you luck for tomorrow, and then we see us tomorrow.
Yes. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.